New York, Presbyterian Hospital, June 28, 1949. Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. Joe DiMaggio lies on the examination table. Dr. Sidney Gaynor studies the x-rays. Long silence. Then he turns to DiMaggio. His face is serious. Joe, bad news. You have a bone spur in your heel. Large one. Very painful. DiMaggio, how painful? The doctor, painful enough that you cannot walk, cannot wear shoes, definitely cannot run. Surgery? Yes, immediately. We can do it today. But recovery is 6 to 8 weeks. Your season is over. DiMaggio is silent, thinking. The doctor continues. Joe, do you understand? You cannot walk. The pain is unbearable. Every step the bone drives into muscle tissue. Playing a game? Impossible. Medically impossible. DiMaggio, we play the Red Sox tomorrow. Did you hear me? You cannot play. I will play. Joe, this is madness. Mate, you will not even be able to use your foot. DiMaggio stands up. Pain twists his face, but he stands. Dr. Gaynor, thank you for the diagnosis. I am postponing the surgery until end of season. I play tomorrow. The doctor cannot believe it. You cannot take a few steps. How will you get to home plate? DiMaggio walks to the door. Every step is agony, but he walks. I will find a way. I always do. He leaves the hospital, calls a taxi, goes to Yankee Stadium. Manager Casey Stengel is in his office. DiMaggio enters. Limping, Stengel. Joe, what did the doctor say? Bone spur, large. He recommends surgery. When? I told him end of season. End of season? Joe, you cannot even walk. How will you play? DiMaggio sits down, lifts his foot, removes his shoe. The heel is swollen, purple-red, looks terrible. Stengel. God. Does it hurt? Every second. Then rest. The team will manage. DiMaggio stands. Casey, tomorrow we play Boston. They are 3 games ahead. If we lose it becomes 4. If we win it becomes 2. You need me. But I will play. I will find a way. Next day morning, DiMaggio arrives early at the stadium, meets with the trainer. Can you do this? Bandage my foot. Tight. Very tight. So the bone does not move. Trainer. Joe, this only delays the pain, does not eliminate it. I know, do it anyway. They bandage, thick wraps, completely covers the heel. DiMaggio tries to put on his shoe, does not fit, too swollen. They bring larger size. He puts it on, stands up, pain, unbearable pain, but standing. Takes a few steps. Every step is torture, but he takes them. Teammates watch, nobody speaks. What will DiMaggio do? Will he really play? And if he plays, what will happen? New York City, June 1949. The Yankees are struggling. 4th place. 3 games behind Boston Red Sox. Joe DiMaggio has been dealing with heel pain for weeks. Every game harder, every swing more painful. 2 weeks ago, he could barely jog. 1 week ago, he could barely walk. Now he cannot put on shoes without pain. The team knows. But nobody talks about it. You play hurt. Unless you physically cannot. And DiMaggio physically cannot. Not anymore. That is why Stengel sent him to the doctor. Now they know. Bone spur, surgery required, season over. Except DiMaggio refuses. The Red Sox series starts tomorrow. 3 games. Yankees need to win. Need their best player. And their best player can barely stand. June 29th, 1949. Game day. Yankee Stadium clubhouse. 2 hours before first pitch. And players are getting ready. Joe DiMaggio sits in the corner. Cannot put on his shoe. Tries. Face twists in pain. Stops. Tries again. Pain. Stops. Teammate Phil Rizzuto approaches. Joe, maybe you should sit today. Your foot looks terrible. DiMaggio, I am playing. But how? You cannot even put on your shoe. I will, just need time. 10 minutes pass. DiMaggio still struggling. Got the shoe halfway on, trying to push. The moment it touches the heel, pain, sharp, like electricity. His eyes water, but he makes no sound. 15 minutes. Finally, the shoe is completely on his foot. Ties it. Tries to stand. His legs shake. When his weight hits the foot, pain covers everything. Sits back down, breathing hard. Trainer? Joe, this will not work. The doctor was right. You cannot play. DiMaggio shakes his head. I will play. How? You cannot even stand. DiMaggio does not answer, just sits, thinking, making a plan, calculating in his head. Then he makes his decision, stands up. This time different, puts his weight not on the heel, but on the toe. The pain lessens, a bit, enough. Takes a few steps, strange walk. On tiptoes, but walking. Manager Casey Stengel enters. DiMaggio, what are you doing? Doctor said rest. I am playing today, Casey. Look at your foot. You cannot even walk properly. I can walk, just differently. Stengel cannot believe it. Joe, this is crazy. We play Boston. Ted Williams is playing. Dom DiMaggio is playing. We need our best. How can you contribute in this condition? DiMaggio looks at him. Fire in his eyes, pain in his eyes, but determination more. Put me in the lineup, Casey. You will not regret it. Stengel stares for a long time. One then nods. Okay, but first sign of trouble, I pull you. I will not struggle. The game starts. DiMaggio is in the lineup, center field. His number, 5. His name announced, center field, number 5, Joe DiMaggio. The crowd goes wild. 50,000 people standing, clapping, yelling. DiMaggio walks to the field, trying not to limp, but standing, first inning, Yankees batting. DiMaggio's turn comes, walks to the batter's box. Every step pain, but does not show it on his face. Pitcher, Mickey Harris, one of Boston's best. DiMaggio ready position, bat raised, first pitch coming, fastball, DiMaggio swings, misses, strike 1. His leg cramps in pain, but he stays up. Second pitch, curveball, DiMaggio watches, ball 1, third pitch, fastball again. DiMaggio swings, contact, but foul, strike 2. The crowd is silent, worried. Is DiMaggio struggling? Oh, fourth pitch coming, fastball, inside. DiMaggio swings and a sound. Crack. The ball flies, rising, toward left field, going. The wall approaching, and over! Home run! The stadium explodes. DiMaggio starts his trot around the bases, tries to hide the limp. Each step on the heel sends lightning through his body. But he completes the circuit, touches home plate. Teammates rush to congratulate him, slapping his back. But they notice. He winces every time someone touches him. Third inning. DiMaggio up again. Same pitcher. Harris looks determined, will not make the same mistake. First pitch, high fastball. DiMaggio watches. Ball 1, second pitch, low curve. DiMaggio takes it. Strike 1. Third pitch. Fastball away. DiMaggio reaches. Contact. Weak grounder. Should be an easy out. But DiMaggio runs, full sprint despite the agony. Yet the first baseman fields it, throws. DiMaggio beats it. Safe. The crowd cheers, but they do not know. That sprint just tore something in DiMaggio's heel. Blood is filling his shoe. He can feel the warmth, the wetness. But he stands on first base, breathing hard. Not from running, from pain management. Fifth inning, DiMaggio batting third time. New pitcher now. Earl Johnson, relief pitcher, fresh arm. DiMaggio limps to the plate, more obvious now. Cannot hide it anymore. Johnson sees it. Decides to challenge him. First pitch, hard fastball inside. DiMaggio pulls back, just in time. Ball 1, brushback pitch. Message sent, I know you are hurt. Second pitch, another fastball, middle of the plate. DiMaggio swings. Crack! Another deep shot, this time to right center. The ball carries, over the fence, home run number 2. The stadium is pandemonium. DiMaggio circles the bases again, this time not even trying to hide the limp. Openly limping, dragging his right foot, but completing the circuit. The Red Sox bench is silent. They cannot believe what they are seeing. This man can barely walk. How is he hitting home runs? 7th inning. DiMaggio's 4th at-bat. Yankees are winning 5-3, but Boston threatening. Runners on base. 2 outs. DiMaggio comes to the plate. The crowd rises, standing ovation before he even swings. New pitcher, Mel Parnell, left-hander, good pitcher. He knows DiMaggio is hurt, Everyone knows now. The limp is obvious, the pain visible. Parnell decides, pitch him carefully. First pitch, curve outside. Ball 1, second pitch, fastball high. Ball 2, third pitch, change up low. Ball 3, the crowd boos. They want DiMaggio to swing. They want another home run. Parnell has to throw a strike now. Fourth pitch, fastball, middle in, DiMaggio's zone. He swings. Crack! The sweetest sound. The ball rockets off his bat, high and deep. Left field this time. The left fielder does not even move, just watches. The ball clears the fence by 20 feet. Home run number 3. DiMaggio has hit 3 home runs in one game, with a bone spur, with unbearable pain, with a foot that is bleeding inside his shoe. The stadium eruption is deafening. People are crying. Grown men with tears running down their faces. They are witnessing something impossible. Something that should not be happening. DiMaggio rounds the bases for the 3rd time. This time he is openly crying too. Not from joy, from pain. The agony is so intense he cannot hold back the tears anymore. But he completes the lap. That touches home plate. His teammates mob him. He collapses into their arms. They practically carry him to the dugout. The game ends. Yankees win 6-3. DiMaggio, 3 home runs, 3 RBIs, the hero. But he cannot stand up. Sits on the bench. Motionless. Teammates celebrating around him, but he cannot move. After the game, the clubhouse is jubilant. Players celebrating. But in one corner, Joe DiMaggio sits quietly, uniform still on, shoes still on feet, not moving. Teammates try to approach. "Joe, incredible! How did you do it?" DiMaggio smiles weakly. "Just did my job." Reporters flood in. Questions everywhere. "Joe, 3 home runs with a bone spur. Doctor said impossible. How did it feel?" DiMaggio, "Good. Team won. That is what matters." "But the pain, did it not hurt?" "It hurt. But when you play, you do not notice." The reporters take notes, take photos. Historic moment. But they do not notice. DiMaggio's hands are shaking. His jaw is clenched. He is trying to remove his shoes but cannot. After everyone leaves, only the trainer remains. DiMaggio asks for help. "Take off the shoes. I cannot do it." The trainer kneels, slowly starts removing them. When the shoe comes off, horrible sight. The sock soaked in blood, the heel swollen, double its normal size, purple, black, open wounds visible. When the bandages come off, it is worse. The trainer gasps, "God, Joe, how did this happen?" DiMaggio, "Every swing, every run, the bone cuts the skin, bleeds, but I could not stop. Could not stop today. The pain must have been unbearable. It was, but there was something stronger." "What?" DiMaggio looks at his heel, and then at the trainer. The will to win, the will to beat Boston, the will to beat Ted Williams. It was stronger than the pain. The trainer brings fresh bandages, starts cleaning. DiMaggio feels the pain, but keeps talking. "You know, the doctor told me, impossible. You cannot play." And for a moment I thought, maybe he is right. Maybe it really is impossible. But then something came to mind. What came to mind? There is no such thing as impossible. Only things you do not try to do. And how can I know unless I try? The trainer wraps the bandage. DiMaggio continues. "Today I hit 3 home runs. With pain. With agony. I did what they said was impossible. But that is not the most important part." The trainer stops. Looks. "What is the most important part?" DiMaggio tries to stand, limping. "The most important part? I am playing tomorrow too." "Tomorrow too? Joe, your foot will be even worse." "I know, but Boston is still ahead. We need to keep winning, so I need to keep playing." The trainer cannot believe it. "How many more days?" DiMaggio smiles. But this smile is different, painful but determined. "As long as needed, until end of season. The bone spur is not going away, but neither am I." And indeed, the next day DiMaggio plays again. And the day after. Every day the same pain, same bandages, but every day on the field. Yankees sweep the Red Sox, win all 3 games. DiMaggio, 4 home runs total, 9 RB is .455, average, impossible numbers. Red Sox manager Joe McCarthy. You cannot stop DiMaggio. The man is on one foot, destroying us. You just watch and respect. Ted Williams. I hit .350 this series. Then I see Joe limping and hitting home runs. And some people are just built different. The season continues. DiMaggio plays every game, never rests. Pain gets worse. By August needs help with shoes. By September cannot walk without limping. But he plays. Yankees climb standings, 4th to 3rd, 3rd to 2nd, 2nd to 1st. October 2nd, final day, Yankees clinch the pennant. 1 game ahead of Boston, 1 game. DiMaggio's stats, .346 average, 67 RB is in 76 games, 14 home runs, all with bone spur, all in pain, day after clinching, surgery. Dr. Gaynor. The spur was massive, surrounding tissue destroyed. I do not understand how he played, not medically explainable. Years later, a reporter asks DiMaggio about the 1949 season. Joe, everyone remembers the 3 home run game, but what do you remember most? DiMaggio thinks carefully. I remember the morning after. Waking up and realizing I had to do it again. That first game was 1 day, but there were 75 more days after that. 75 more days of pain. That was harder than 1 game. The commitment to keep going, that was the real challenge. Why did you do it? Why not rest and come back next season healthy? Because my team needed me. Because Boston was ahead. Because sometimes you have to give everything you have, even when you have nothing left to give. That is when character shows, not when things are easy, when they are impossible. Do you regret it? The damage to your foot? No. We won the pennant. We won the World Series. That was worth it. The pain was temporary. The championship is forever. What do you want people to learn from that story? DiMaggio is quiet for a long moment. Then, that impossible is not a fact. It is an opinion. Doctors told me impossible. I disagreed. I was right. Anytime someone tells you something cannot be done, they are really saying they cannot do it. But you might be able to. The only way to know is to try. And when you try, really try, with everything you have, you discover what impossible actually means. Usually it means nothing. The 3 home run game becomes legend, one of the most famous performances in baseball history. But those who were there, those who saw DiMaggio limping around the bases, crying from pain, know the truth. It was not about the home runs. It was about the will, the refusal to quit, the commitment to keep going when every logical reason said stop. That is what made it impossible. And that is what made it legendary, because anyone can hit home runs when healthy. But hitting them when you can barely stand, that is not skill, that is not talent, that is character. And Joe DiMaggio had character that could not be measured, only witnessed, only remembered, only honored. So here is the question. When doctors tell you something is impossible, do you believe them or do you test it? Joe DiMaggio tested it and proved that impossible is just a word, not a limit. The bone spur did not disappear because he played through it. The pain did not lessen because he ignored it. But he played anyway, because sometimes playing is not about pain or comfort. It is about commitment to your team, to your craft, to your legacy. And Joe DiMaggio's legacy was built on one simple principle. You play. No matter what, no excuses, no exceptions. You play.